welcome to this video on discovering the best marketing mix for online business or for small businesses online. So there's a lot of things that you can do when you're a small business to market online. Traditionally, people will do billboard advertising, newspaper ads, yellow pages, things that are very, very difficult to trace impressions, commonly known as spray and pray marketing. Internet marketing was traditionally thought as something for big businesses or pure online companies, but as the market changes and things become more affordable, it's becoming a necessity even for the smallest of businesses with 1 to 2 employees to at least have a decent looking website and some online advertising. So there's really 3 or 4 main areas that you can market. Search engine optimization, obviously pay-per-click advertising, email marketing, and website design are 3 and 4. I'm going to go in reverse order because obviously you need a website first, and that's your first step. So these are 2 areas where local businesses sorely lack. Oftentimes we think the reason is because there are too many crummy vendors wanting to charge $10,000 or $15,000 for a website, and small businesses get turned off and they think that they can't get a really nice website. While the fact is, you can get a very nice looking, very professional website built for under $3,000 oftentimes, and that's probably less than you'd spend for a month on a billboard or a couple months in the yellow pages, things like that. There are good website design companies out there that aren't trying to rip people off. We just feel like there's a lot of vendors in that space that are. They'll spend a lot of money on a nice, oftentimes small businesses will spend a lot of money on a nice showroom or a billboard and let their website look terrible. Your website is just as important as those things. It's what customers will associate with you. If a customer comes across your website and it's outdated and looks terrible, odds are you're not ending up on the right foot with them. Oftentimes, if they trust you otherwise, you can kind of overcome that. But for new customers, it's almost guaranteed that you're not going to get the business. The point is basically that small businesses, no matter how small, don't have to be the little guy anymore. They can have a great looking website, they can use the right marketing mix and compete with the big guys. So oftentimes once people have a website, they'll start looking at pay-per-click advertising. This is a good way to bridge the gap because search engine optimization takes several months to kind of kick in for you to start seeing results. And this is immediately it's 100% trackable, so you know what you're paying for every click. You know what's happening when they come to your website. You know what your return on investment is if you use trackable 800 numbers, things like that. Pay-per-click advertising needs to be a part, even if you're a small town plumber. You need to understand that people are looking for plumbers online and not using the yellow pages anymore, especially the current kind of 20 to 30-year-old generation that are first-time home buyers, things like that. They're not going to the yellow pages. They're looking online, and oftentimes there may be 30 or 40 plumbers in one, even a small city, and 1 or 2 of them will have a website, and they'll be the ones that get all the calls. Search engine optimization is something that you want to keep in mind when you're working with your website, things like that going forward. People will type in something like plumber Chicago, and we have found that in most market niches, competition is very limited to maybe 2 or 3 of the biggest players, and even they are not really doing much online advertising. They're winning the game because they simply have a website, and that's something that small business owners need to think about. They need to kind of warm up to the idea of online advertising and start out small. Start out with a nice looking website, do some pay-per-click advertising, do search engine optimization in the meantime. The point is, when people want to look for a plumber or a electrician or somebody to do custom closets for them or put in windows, more and more people are going online, and that trend is not going to reverse. Things like the yellow pages and billboard advertising is going to go by the wayside because it's not measurable. And really the internet's the great equalizer, a place where you can compete with national chains, big box stores by showing your potential clients a first-class experience on the web and in your showroom. So keep in mind that having a great website, doing email marketing, even if it's just a newsletter, letting your customers know what's new, what's going on with your company, running some pay-per-click advertising. What we found is most small businesses, even if they're in a competitive niche in a city, there's typically only 1 or 2 people actually doing paid advertising, pay-per-click, and that's the ads that you see on the right-hand side and usually the top 2 or 3 results in the search engines. If you were to, just as an example, Google something like closets Milwaukee, Wisconsin, there's only one person advertising. They obviously happen to be one of our clients, but they're the only person advertising. But look at all this competition. There's 10 people there, and there's more people in organic search. But this click is cheap for them. They get to be the first result. They're here in Milwaukee, and this is very, very productive for them. So it's something to keep in mind, regardless of what your service may be. Paid advertising can be extremely deadly on a local level, especially when your competition isn't doing it either. So, hope this lesson kind of helped out a little bit. It's things to keep in mind if you're a small business and you want to start escalating online advertising. And if you have any questions, let us know.